Hey guys, how's it going? It's Michael here. Um, Putting out a short video real quick to show you why I called a couple of the recent trades I did. I'm kind of watching Bitcoin right now. We have kind of a rare occurrence where we are breaking up from a descending triangle. I'm wondering if I adjusted this line, if you could say it was a falling wedge, but it could just end up being, we just had a 1 hour candle close above, but I'm looking at this 4 hour. I want to see what it does. But I want to go over the recent trades that I called and why I called them. So we're going to start on WRX. I'm going to start doing this more often. So I'm going to start plotting the trades. Like here, you can see this one right here. I'm going to start plotting them and leaving them on my chart. So that way I can go back through and do a video on them. I don't have my OG ones on there right now. But I'm going to start leaving these on because this one was back, on 2 days ago. So we can go back through and then even when we do live videos, we can go through it and talk about those as well. So with WRX, on the 25th, we had Bitcoin basically trading in this range and was just going sideways. Remember I said when Bitcoin's going sideways, that's a good time to look at other coins because that allows other coins to kind of act independently, act freely. But when Bitcoin takes a dump or it pumps, the other coins follow it. So whenever we started this range right here, somewhere around in here, I drew them differently, but then I edited them. But I drew these on the chart and I said I expected us to bounce around in this range between 7,600 and 7,400 for a few days. And we did. And that's why I started calling other altcoin trades. So with WRX, back during that when we were ranging, we had this ascending triangle kind of forming, kind of extended out a little bit farther. It came all the way out, maybe even to right here. And I got into it right here about 13, I think it was 0.13662 is where I called and I jumped in on it at. And you can see we broke out from this and had a good run up. I know some of you took this trade as well. I also jumped into it again somewhere around in here before this pump, not so much because WRX was looking bullish or showing any signs of being bullish. I jumped back into it again because Bitcoin was looking bullish. And I think these pumps right here is what caused this pump right here. So you can trade these altcoins based on patterns they make when Bitcoin is trending sideways in a range, or you can trade them based on what Bitcoin looks like. And when Bitcoin looks like it's about to break up or something, like for instance, I felt like this was going to break down, this descending triangle. So that would make me not want to get into an alt because if it breaks down, all the other coins are going to. But when Bitcoin looked like it was going to break up, we kind of had this ascending triangle going right here. Higher lows, equal highs. And I felt like Bitcoin was going to break up. And when it did, it caused WRX to break up too. So I jumped into it again. So there's that one. The Bitcoin trades I took were, let's look. I'm going to go to the 30-minute chart. I took this one right here, defined by this green area and this red area, which is a long. Entered here, took profits here. And I took a short here, took profits down here. And that was, that was this morning actually. So why I took this one right here was, if we get the Fibonacci tool out, from low to high, or wait, that's the wrong way. Is that the right way? I think that's the wrong way. From high to low. Yeah, because we had our high, then we had our low, and then we began to retrace back up. So you can see from our high all the way down to our low, we retraced up, touched off the 786, this blue one right here, came back down, bounced off the 0.5, and when we bounced off there, I got in a little late. I got in somewhere around 76.02, I think was my exact entry. But when we bounced off that 0.5, I entered along, because the 0.5 Fibonacci acted as support, entered along, closed back up here near the 786 again. So from 76.02 up near 76.65. So there was one trade I took yesterday based on Fibonacci and the retracement. And then I took a short up here because same thing, Fibonacci, we're going to go from this low to this high. So all the way down from here, all the way up to here, and then low to high, and then a retrace back low. I entered a short around 77.20. So 77.20, 77.30 is the 236 Fibonacci. Kind of when we broke below that. Actually, I entered it last night because it was a head short because we were up here somewhere. I went to bed and I entered that short. And when I got up this morning, we were hovering around this 236 fib level. When we broke it, we dropped all the way down here to the 0.5 fib level, and that's where I closed it. I closed it somewhere around 76.60. So I had a short entered in at 77.20, closed it down at like 76.67, I think. I was a little bit late because this was like right at, oh, I don't know what time it was. Maybe it was this one right here. It was this morning. It was sometime this morning. But I closed it around this 0.5 Fibonacci level. So right now I'm also in a hedge short because if you remember, being in Bitcoin on Bybit all the time, I'm basically in a spot long, like 24/7. So I really don't even have to enter a long trade. I can just leave it in Bitcoin, and then when we get up to the tops, spot short or a head short. But so far this trade is going against me. I'm down 3% right now. Might add to it more. I don't know. It looks like we're starting to break this 77.20 resistance. But I was expecting this descending triangle to kind of break down, but so far it's not. So yeah, so I entered a long over here due to the Fibonacci retracement, entered a short here before I went to bed just to protect the profits I had already made, which played out nicely. And when I got up and drew the Fibonacci, it was perfect. You could see how it worked out. So currently waiting right now. I wasn't going to enter into any alts because I felt like this descending triangle is going to break down. Typically they do. Usually these chart patterns do the same thing every time. Every once in a while you have some random event that happens and it does the opposite. So hope that helps and explains for those of you that took the trade, the WRX trade, or took any of these Bitcoin ones I was doing yesterday. Hope this helps explain why I took them, and so you guys can start to look for them yourself. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.